Begin here at 5 with the weather and the threat of severe storms all across southeast Michigan tonight.
We have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect as we speak, and we're already getting some damage reports.
Let's get over to Brett. He's right off the top here with where things stand right now. Brett.
Yeah, these storms are causing some damage. They've had a history of hail, of strong winds, and now we've gotten our first storm damage report in our area. Ortonville, trees down at Groveland and M15. Likely expecting to see a little bit more of that as we head throughout the next couple of hours. Storm Tracker 4 looking very busy. A number of severe thunderstorm warnings, all of Oakland and much of Livingston County until 5:15 p.m. A good chance that that warning gets extended southeast. Also got St. Clair County until 5:45 p.m., but that will also likely be extended. Strong damaging winds is the biggest concern within these storms. As you take a look at the radar, you can see the deeper, darker greens and the reds indicative of the very strong winds that are moving through the area. We've got winds estimated on radar upwards of 60 or 65 miles per hour, so we'll have to watch this closely as we head throughout the next few hours. Severe thunderstorm watch continues until 9 p.m. On top of that, ahead of these storms, it's hot and muggy. Heat advisory until 8 p.m. We'll track these storms and talk about a little bit more rain for your Thursday coming up in just a bit.
Breaking right now, a judge has ruled to keep a restraining order in place that prevents Michigan County prosecutors from filing charges under Michigan's 1931 ban on abortions.
That ruling came from an Oakland County Circuit judge in the past hour here. Mara McDonald is live in Pontiac. Mara, bottom line here, women in Michigan legally have access to abortion services.
Kimberly, that's right, but I think we need to make this clear for everybody at home. The legal machinations that we see playing out right now, it's really dealing with the here and now up until November, when voters in this state are going to be able to have their say once and for all on what abortion is going to look like here. There have been multiple rulings this week on whether abortion is legal in Michigan. First, the Michigan Court of Appeals on Monday said county prosecutors could prosecute abortion providers under a 1931 law which criminalizes abortion in Michigan. Governor Whitmer then went to Oakland County Circuit Court asking for a temporary restraining order against county prosecutors from prosecuting abortion providers, and got it. Today, it was an argument over whether that temporary restraining order, or TRO, should remain in place.
This court should maintain the temporary restraining order in this case because it prevents the kind of chaos and confusion that is resulting from the sort of flip-flops that we've seen in the question of whether abortion is a protected right in Michigan.
The argument to get rid of that TRO?
There are a number of reasons, Your Honor, why this TRO must be dissolved. It must be dissolved immediately. And it's issues based on the rule of law, stare decisis, the law as it stands in Michigan right now, and that this court is bound by higher court rulings and precedent that is in place right now.
And argued the TRO interferes with county prosecutors' ability to do their jobs and that Whitmer has no legal claim. The judge didn't buy the argument.
The court is continuing the restraining order through a hearing on a preliminary injunction.
Back here live, county prosecutors that came to support keeping that temporary restraining order in place: Oakland, Wayne, and Washtenaw. The prosecutor who did not, Macomb. We're live in Pontiac tonight at the Oakland County Circuit Court. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Lots of back and forth here, Mara. We appreciate it so much. Meanwhile, our other top story tonight, an attorney says an armed Oxford security guard did not attempt to stop the school shooting and thought it was a drill.
That security guard has now been added as a defendant in the civil lawsuit in this. Let's get to Megan Woods. And Megan, they think the security guard could have stopped the shooter?
That's what this attorney is saying, Jason. Kimberly, after watching video of the shooting and how the security person responded, parents of those children that were killed, as well as the children that are traumatized, watched the video as well, and they say this is another devastating blow.
It's difficult to know that he could still be here if somebody did their job.
That's Justin Schilling's father, Craig Schilling. He's seen the video that prompted his attorney, Vin Johnson, to file a motion to add another defendant in their lawsuit.
She was armed. She had a gun. She had a body camera. just what you'd expect from a security person. And I know that none of you have heard anything about her.
Johnson says there's been a lack of transparency up until now. The attorney says that security guard told investigators when shots went off she was confused and thought it was a drill, and that video shows her walking down the hallway passing an already shot Tate mirror.
When she looked at Tate, she thought, boy, this Alice drill, they're really using good makeup.
But the chilling details revealed don't end there.
She went to the bathroom door, she pulled the door open, and then all you see is her shutting the door. When she shut the door, you can tell by the video that there must have been a shot. I couldn't hear it, there's no sound on these, but ultimately we see Keegan running out.
It's shattered Keegan's mother, Megan Gregory.
It was an absolute punch to the gut.
She says they haven't been the same since seeing that video, and we're still learning more about that security person. The attorney says the judge still has to approve this and make a decision, and they're hoping for next week. Oxford Community Schools did release a statement, and we'll have that on clickondetroit.com. Back to you.
Yeah, all right. Just another devastating blow, as you say, Megan. Thank you.
Detroit Police Chief James White says his officers may have saved the life of a suspect they shot last night after the suspect pulled a gun on them.
This happened on the southwest, in southwest Detroit, when officers approached a person they knew to be a gang member, and they say they saw a gun. After a foot chase, the suspect hopped a fence and reached for the gun. Chief White says an officer shot the suspect 3 times, then immediately tried to help him.
Once the threat was stopped, he administered first aid, which is part of his training, and other officers on that scene administered first aid, which I believe the quickness of that first aid aided in saving the suspect's life. He was conveyed to an area hospital where he is now in critical condition. But my update this morning is that he's likely to survive, which is a great thing.
And the chief says the suspect will be facing charges after he recovers, but those charges still yet to be determined.
Tonight, we were getting our first look at the man accused of shooting 8 people during a birthday party on Detroit's west side. Winston Kirtley Jr. faces 20 charges, including murder. Rod Maloney is following this story for us tonight. Rod, prosecutors say his house was full of guns.
Yeah, about a dozen of them, Kimberly, and in fact, it's the Detroit shooting that has really raised a lot of eyebrows here at the DPD. The chief had a press conference on Monday decrying this shooting and similar violence, and today the man arrested in this case did in fact make it to court.
Could you say your name again, please?
Winston Kirtley Jr.
Winston Kirtley Jr. is 36 years old. He appeared in 36th District Court this morning. Detroit police saying they took him into custody almost immediately early Sunday morning on Cole Street on Detroit's west side. After a well-attended birthday party filled the neighborhood with parked cars. It so angered Kirtley, he started an argument, a verbal argument, and then he allegedly started shooting a rifle at a crowd, leaving bodies everywhere. A neighbor wanting to stay anonymous telling Local 4 News,
he just random came out and just started shooting across the street. It sounded like we was in World War III. That's how loud the gunshots were. 2 people died. A woman, 39-year-old Taweka Thurkeld of Detroit, and this man, 38-year-old Andre Willis of Detroit, died of their wounds. 6 others ended up in the hospital, 1 critical. Detroit police saying this whole thing precipitated because cars were blocking the driveway here. But making this infinitely more dangerous, police say, is that Kirtley had another 10 weapons besides the one in his hands. They were positioned by all of the windows in the house. Today, the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office charged Kirtley with 2 counts of first-degree murder, 6 counts of assault with intent to murder, 2 of discharging a weapon at a building, and 10 counts of felony firearm. The judge entered a not guilty plea for Kirtley. Now, Prosecutor Kim Worthy making it a point to say that this shooting went way beyond the pale. In fact, she said in a statement, it's clear that it's been for some time that absolutely nothing is sacred when it comes to gun violence these days. And it is also apparent that there is little political will to control the mechanisms behind it. Back to you.
Well, Rod, what happens next for Kirtley in court?
He has a probable cause hearing on the 18th of August, and then he comes back for his prelim on the 25th. That's where we will likely hear more evidence that we haven't heard so far in the case.
Yeah, and we will be following it. Rod, we appreciate it.
A GOP sit-down in Lansing today as members get ready for the general election. The Republican Unity Luncheon featured Matt DePerno, candidate for Attorney General, and Christina Caramo, who's running for Secretary of State. Tudor Dixon also there, and she spoke about her historic nomination in the governor's race.
And we made history in this state last night. I'm not sure if everybody totally realizes what we did, but we nominated the first female GOP candidate for governor in the state of Michigan.
And of course, that means it'll be the first time ever that two women compete against each other for Michigan's highest office in the general election.